Good morning, beautiful spirits. This is Myron Magnus in another segment, my apologies, of Pure Pugilism Boxing Logic. Okay, you see the tweet. And I have to say this. Deontay Wilder has just showed the world that he's a bitter man. A very, very bitter man. And I have a bit I have myself, I should say, helped create this. What we see here, in my opinion, is a man who was bitter, jealous, and envious of Joshua. Also a man that was very, very insecure. You know, Deontay Wilder always says, speak it, believe it, receive it. And it's a nice catchphrase. But Deontay Wilder doesn't truly believe those words he says. And here's why. Wilder has spoken it. He has not believed it. And that's why he has not received it. He speaks it, but he doesn't believe it himself. That's why he has not received it. Wilder, we all know Wilder started fighting because of his sick daughter. So that lets you know Wilder is in this sport only for the money. That's one reason why he don't believe it and hasn't received it. Now we have a lot of fighters who are in the sport for money. True indeed. But their careers were never obvious to that. As much as Wilder has been, I should say. Their careers was never that obvious that it was just for the money. You know, it's better moves they made was much better that showed they did love the sport and they wanted the glory to go along with it. But Deontay Wilder doesn't love the sport. Now, I've said many things about Deontay Wilder have been critical. And some of those things I regret. Or should I say I did regret? Because this tweet right here shows the true character of Deontay Wilder. Before, I was mainly accounting it to Shelly Finkel, ducking, build up of his persona, his popularity, and build up for fights for the irrational and ill-advised things he said. But now I see that it's just due to his character. This is a bitter champion that was, or should I say, proved through these words, that was very, very, very jealous and angered and bitter that he has not received the accolades, the glory, fame, money as his arch rival, Anthony Joshua. And you can find times in Deontay Wilder's career You can find times in Deontay Wilder's career where he's done interviews, and he said that, you know, it's sad that, whatever you do or whatever I do, I'm not going to get any credit for it. He said this multiple times in his career. Okay? And those are words of a man who's building bitterness towards the sport and towards his peers, because he has not received the hearts, following, and passion of so many of the American fans in the world. But this is your fault, Deontay Wilder. This is your team's fault. This is not Joshua's fault. You have not received this. So to make a tweet like this shows that you are a marketing shipwreck. Who will want to promote a man who will make a statement as this after a man who has not made any ill comments towards you like others have? He may have said yes, you built your career or name off his back, but that was partially true. A great deal of that is true. But Joshua never spoke ill of you, Deontay Wilder. And if he has, it was very rare and far in between. None that I can remember. But you've spoken so ill of Anthony Joshua that you will never attain the heights he has attained. Because every time you speak negatively or talk bad about somebody, it shows and tells the world your insecurity. Especially by a young man who did it a better way than you did. It's not Anthony Joshua's fault you did not receive the fame, glory, accolades here in America. That is your fault. That's your team's fault. Your fight scheduling is fault to you, Deontay Wilder. So to kick this man when he's down, whose records still show that he's within at least the last 10 plus fights, has fought a much tougher schedule of competition. For lack of a better word right now, a phrase to use, who fought much tougher competition his last 10 fights than you have, only show that he had more confidence than you. He really spoke it, believed it, and received it, unlike you did. You are a marketing failure, but it's not Joshua's fault, Deontay Wilder. So to kick this man when he's down, or since he's fallen, is going to do nothing but in future times show that you will never reach the heights he has reached. You've just jinxed yourself, and you don't even know it. You've jinxed your family. Or better yet, should I say, you've ruined your family name with a tweet like this. And your kids is going to have to receive that and carry that. That bad boy, bad guy image don't always, that marketing, should I say, that marketing schemes that's used for boxing, the good guy, bad guy. It seems like you've embracing that role. I think the acting of it, the feeling or the feeling that you have to do that, that marketing scheme is turning you into a man with bad character, a champion with horrible ethics. When it's all said and done, you're going to have so many regrets about your career, but they all will be because of you, not because of Joshua. You need to develop some class, develop some true character, and really speak it, believe it, receive it. This is Myra Magnus. One love.